This week's show is brought to you by the 2010 Glazer Kennedy Information Marketing Summit. And you can find out about it by clicking on the banner on this page. On today's show, and we got a great show for you, there's an interview with Info Mastermind member and internet whiz kid, and this guy is a kid, wait till you see him, Russell Brunson. I'll be passing on to you another S&D item and an answer to a question from another No BS Live TV viewer. I want to welcome everybody to No BS Live. This is the place for prosperity without any of the bull that you find online. At my most recent Info Mastermind meeting, I pulled out on one of the breaks, internet whiz kid, former champion state wrestler, and now unbelievable internet marketing whiz kid, Russell Brunson. And what he did was he shared with everybody a new shiny object, and online there's lots of shiny objects, a new shiny object that's online, and he's using this to make a lot of money and drive a lot of traffic. So I think this is something everybody's going to be really interested in, so go ahead, roll that tape. Okay, here we are in another lunch break at the Info Mastermind meeting here in Baltimore, Maryland, and another Info Mastermind member is online marketer extraordinaire Russell Brunson. And Russell actually also is a regular contributor to our No BS marketing letter for all of our members. And he and I, we just discussed something new that we're doing in the newsletter each month, which is people love the new shiny objects, the new thing that you can find out online. And so we now have him do an article each month on the new shiny object online and give everybody a glimpse at what a new shiny object is right now. What's one of the new shiny objects online?
Yeah, one of the new shiny objects for us that we're using to make a lot of money and drive a ton of traffic is actually Google Voice. Some people may have heard of it or may not have. Just in the last week or so, they opened it up to everybody. It used to be something you had to get an account from somebody and it was hard to get into. But Google Voice is cool because you can set up your phone number, you can have your phone number redirect, but the powerful thing is if someone leaves you a message, it transcribes the message and it'll text it to you and email it to you. So what we're using it for right now is using it for content creation. I used to hire someone and pay them $10 per article, sit there and write an article. What I do now is I get on the phone and I leave myself a message, and 30 seconds later the whole thing's transcribed and I got an article knocked out. So what we're doing with it is basically I'll go and I'll pick out 10 questions and I'll pick up the phone, dial my number, and I'll leave myself a message. I'll say the question number 1 today is blah, 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 blah. Then I'll answer the question, then I hang up, then I dial it again, ask question number 2, and question number 3. And in about an hour I can knock out 10 articles. Or have one of my assistants, someone in my office who's an expert in a topic, have them knock out 10 articles. We can then take those articles and do a whole bunch of, obviously, traffic generation stuff. But it's made our ability to create content and produce articles and stuff to submit a million times faster.
Yeah, and not only traffic generation, but getting all these articles out there also helps your SEO and your rankings. So it's like a double whammy.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so much easier.
So you and I were scheming over the last couple of days. And we say scheming in a very affectionate way, not in a sneaky way. Yeah. And one of the things we talked about was, there's a lot of people come to events all the time. They go to events, they learn a lot of great stuff, but they just don't figure out how to really implement it. And so I talked you into doing this the really cool presentation at the Info Summit. You're an unannounced speaker, you're not in all the marketing.
Top secret.
Yeah, top secret. So tell everybody about this really cool thing you're doing in the Info Summit, but towards the end, and what you're going to be doing and what the big benefit is to them.
Yeah, I think one of the things I'm best at in the world is implementation. As soon as I get an idea, I'm really good at knocking out the plan and then busting it out. And we'll have an idea within 2 days, 3 days, the whole business is built and launched and making money. And I always thought I was just something I was good at, but I learned it's a skill that you can teach someone, you can learn. So like I said, we developed a process together. We're going to sit down and spend about an hour or so with the audience, going through everything we talked about during the whole event, but then how to take that back, how to implement it, how to turn it into money as quick as possible. And that's really the goal with the worst thing people do at seminars, they go to seminars, they learn, they go home, and nothing happens. So how do you take the information and as quick as possible turn it into something that's going to make you money? And that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to be sharing some really cool stories and examples and a process we're going to walk everyone through that you should be making money almost by the time you're leaving the hotel, by the time you go through the process.
And I really feel good about this because, you know, at the Info Summit, about 60% of the people come are some of the top information marketers of the world, and the other 40% are people that are not information marketers yet, but they want to get into this great industry. And so with both of those groups, your talk is going to be really valuable to them because it's all about taking what I learned here and now taking it beyond here and then going ahead and making money with it. And I have no qualms about that. I love teaching people how to make money. So anybody that thinks that making money is bad, you and I aren't like in the same right. So it's all about making money and getting it implemented right away. So he's like the new secret guy that we have there. So if you're not already signed up for the Info Summit, there's a link, there's a banner on this page, and you'll see Russell there, Frank Kern, Ryan Dice, Matt Basak, Dan Kennedy, myself, and a bunch of other great speakers. It's really going to be a great, not to be missed event. And thanks for letting me talk you into doing that special.
It'll be fun.
Okay, good. Thanks, Russell.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, as you see, this is being announced here for the very first time. I talked Russell into also coming to the Info Summit and being one of our featured speakers. So when you go ahead and click on the link on this page to find out about the Info Summit, you're not going to find out information about him. I added Matt Basak to talk about affiliate programs. So in addition to everything that you see on the banner when you click on it to see the video, there's also even more stuff that's happening in the Info Summit. That is the not to be missed event for people that are in the information marketing business or want to get into this great business. So this week's S&D item is this, and it's hard to see, but actually in here there's a card that actually you could pop right out of this card. And in there's actually something that you can bring into a business and use this for some kind of special opportunity. Why is this good? Because busy fingers increase response. And anytime you can get somebody's fingers involved in some kind of your marketing, that will always increase response. This particular one is done by a company that's called the Print Concierge, and we'll put their information up here on the screen for you if you want to figure out how to do these types of things in your business. These really work terrifically. So now it's time for our little chat about an answer to a question. So it's time for Ask Bill. That's me. Today's question comes from Ann Young. She's an OBS Live TV viewer. Here's what Ann asked. She says, I'm going for the European market. She lives in France. What is the best way to adapt these ideas that we teach at Glazer County Marketing for the non-Anglo marketers? Well, I have actually spoken all around the world. I've spoken all throughout Europe and Australia, some in the Middle East. And what I find is that everything that we teach in Glazer County Marketing works everywhere. And the reason why is because it's basic direct response marketing principles that are coupled with emotional direct response pieces. So here's the thing that you've got to do, though, specifically to different cultures like France, is you've got to make sure you speak the language, so adapt it to the language in your particular culture. So that's all you really need to do differently, is that we say something one way here in the United States and you say it a different way in France, then you just change that to how people actually are used to communicating in your particular country. But it works everywhere, I can assure you that. And I've got hundreds and hundreds of mail that's sent to me throughout the years of people in different countries who just sing our praises of how that works in their particular places. The most recent one I got, which was really a lot of fun, was a 5-page handwritten sales letter that was sent to me from New Zealand for the guy who used it there to promote his winery. He makes wine, and it was the most successful thing that he's ever done. So he used the exact same principles that we teach here and just put it into the language that's specific to that culture, because every culture has little different ways to say something. So try it. You'll be very happy that you did. And Ann, thanks for your question. And since you were generous enough to spend the time to send us in a question, it was a great question, we're going to send you this week's Beat the Clock Web Deal of the Week. So, Jessica, let's find out what it is this week.
With this week's Beat the Clock web deal, the closely guarded secrets to attracting and retaining affluent customers, clients, and patients least and last affected by economic turbulence, all revealed in Marketing to the Affluent. And here's just some of what's covered in Marketing to the Affluent. Why the new spending class of affluent customers is exploding, how to target and attract ideal customers, clients, and patients that are not price or fee resistant, the unique psychology, buying motives, decision-making factors, reasons for preferring one seller over others, practical strategies revealed from Disney, Playboy, Google, Warren Buffett, and more. Beat the clock and invest in Marketing to the Affluent at a deep discount and you'll get free shipping. This offer ends Monday, September 13th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, so don't delay. Check the banner for more details.
So do you want a chance to have your marketing question answered live on air? Better yet, do you want a chance to win one of our Beat the Clock specials each week? So all you have to do is enter your best, toughest, I don't care what it is, marketing question in the comment section below for a chance to be featured on the show and win this week's Web Deal of the Week. Well, that's it for today's, folks. And as my special gift for watching, once again, each week I'm trying to give everybody a different type of gift that you can get for watching. So every week there will be a different one. And I have an audio CD for you this week entitled Do What I Say, Not What I Did. And this features a very special interview by my business partner, Dan Kennedy, with self-described serial entrepreneur Carol Frank, where they discuss mistakes made by her and other entrepreneurs that should be a lesson to all of us business owners and entrepreneurs that are out there. So, to thank you for watching this week's show, and I only make this available on the show, nowhere else can you find this. You can get this for just $1. Yep, just $1 plus shipping and handling. And you can get the CD sent right to your home or office. You just tell us where you want to send it. Now, on this one, I really do have limited quantities. There's really a really small amount left. I think there's only less than 40 there left. So the first 40 people will get this. And if you missed the boat, unfortunately, I can't help you with that. So go ahead, click that link right now. Before you leave, I also want you to check out the sidebar to see how you can find Glazer Kennedy on Facebook and Twitter. Also, make sure to leave your comments about today's episode below. I love hearing your comments. I'm Bill Glazer, and I want to thank you for tuning in to No BS Live. This is the place for prosperity without any of the bull that you normally find online.